What's up, YouTube? This is DexSensei90. I have not been on for a while now, but that's because I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff with school and work, so had to go on a hiatus. Sorry guys if you were expecting a bunch of different videos, or if you really wanted to see what I was about. But now I should be good, so I expect to see a lot more videos coming about. Now, this is right here is like a tournament report slash deck profile or deck check. Yes, deck check. And I want to tell you guys, I was at Atlanta. You probably wouldn't have known because I actually lost in the third round, which is oh so sad. But I ended up with some swag. Got this right here. It's pretty nice. This, which of course is wonderful. And I managed to actually finish, let's see, this. Gold Paladins. I managed to finish my build, which is also pretty good. You guys are actually going to be seeing that later on. But I want to actually show you guys what I went there with. I went there with my Goku Law deck. And let's go ahead and get down to it. I ran Conroe because why would you run anything else? I went with 6, 7, 8 criticals, and we're gonna do 4 draws and 4 heals. I've been using that trigger lineup for a long time. I really like it. I like all the extra criticals, crit sec and whatnot. Such a sense, I try to go for a decent amount of power for each column. Now we're going to our great ones. 4 bar. Pretty standard in a lot of Kagura decks. And this is something that's not quite as standard. For Gojo, I was running Airmo and Gojo together, but I like the little bit of a power boost on that. And we got 3 Kimnara. Kimnara didn't actually put in as much work as I thought it would. I usually tend to hold out on these, but using them a little bit more than I usually do really didn't help out too much. And we have 3 perfect guards. Most people say you have to run 4 perfect guards, and I'm not gonna lie. During the 2 games I lost, both of them Spectral Duke, extra criticals would have helped out a lot. Now we've got our grade 2s, which include 4 Garp and 4 Nahalo. Now, thinking back, all these extra 10Ks probably wouldn't have been the best thing. I could have at least taken like 2 out and placed them with something else, and I wouldn't have been missing them too much. And we've got 3 Berserk. I definitely could have used another Berserk because Berserk actually did put in some work. Now we go ahead and get to our grade 3s with our Laws. 2 Lawkeeper. Really loved Lawkeeper. I got him more than I wanted to because I usually like to start off with Goku and then ride Lawkeeper over him. But Lawkeeper, when it did show up, it actually helped a lot. And go to Goku. I shrunk him down to 3 since last time because let's just face it. If you have this guy sitting in your hand, he's pretty worthless because his skill only works in the Vanguard Circle, much like Lawkeeper. In late game, after you've cycled through your grade 3s, he doesn't work too much. And we ended off with 3 Dual X Arc Dragon. Arc Dragon, oh my god, Arc Dragon. Um, I love the fact that I had 21 columns all over the place. This with a bar behind it, heck, even with a Gojo behind it in some situations, just fantastic. Makes them drop that extra card to really thin out their hand. Um, Makes those critical triggers extra dangerous. Um, and again, with his skill, he's able to keep up with 11k Vanguards, which is pretty nice. Now, let's go over to the tournament. My first game was against a Special Duke deck. Playing Special Duke, I didn't get to see any bunnies. Um, I lost. It was actually a very close game, but he made me guard one too many cards when he pulled a double trigger off of his. He pulled a double trigger off of his first Special Duke, which which I had to let pass. I mean, which I didn't let pass. But then, with that double trigger, he stood it up and then pulled another trigger. Yeah, it's not a lot you can do unless you say perfect guard. But sadly I didn't have him. I just had two 10k. I only had two 10ks in hand. Let's see, that would have only brought me up to 30. Let's see, he was at 35. Wait, higher than that. But he was over. He was over the amount of shield I had in my hand. Second game was Royal Paladin. Breezed right through that guy. And what I really didn't like was that he actually forgot to use Alfred, and he would have had me in a bind if he did. Well, Alfred. Well, even if he did, I checked the top card of my deck after the game, of course, and it was a heal trigger, so that was going to make it a lot harder for him to get through. Last game, my God, last game, Spectral Duke, another Spectral Duke deck. Yeah, for the beginning of the game, he was just going off. Perfect ride chain, a critical trigger every single check. Well, almost every single check. Um, After his first attack, I was already at 3 damage. Um, which was not good. Then after that, I started being a lot more defensive, and it started hurting me because in the end, he just went such a Duke's Stand attack, and blah. But good news. Well, in the free play, I managed to go undefeated with this deck, which isn't as important. It was just something nice to mention. I played 2 Gold Paladins, 1 Great Nature, and a Nova Grappler deck. Beat all those guys with this deck, and then I switched over to this deck, which is the Gold Paladin one, and did pretty okay with that one. Just built it, and yeah, that's my profile / Tony report. Be sure to stay tuned because later on I'm going to show you guys the Gold Paladin deck. And that's it. Peace out, YouTube.